All right, so percents and equations. We're going to find the part, the whole, or the percent with equations. We could do these with percent proportions, which we've done in the past in other videos. We had is over of equals n over 100. But today we're going to focus on just the equation part of it. All right, so let's write equations for these. So what number is 30% of 150? All right, what number is 30% of 150? So what is? That's my unknown. Okay, so what is my unknown? So that's my variable there. So we could call this n, x, a, whatever you want. I'm going to call it x. Is means what? What does is mean mathematically? Is in my equal sign. And then 30%, I'm going to rewrite as a fraction or a decimal. In simplest term, I'm going to go with a fraction. I'm going to go with 3/10 is my fraction there. My is my equal sign. And then of 150 means times 150. So that's it, the actual equation there that I'm going to write. X equals 3/5 or 3/10 times 150. I'm going to simplify my zeros here. And x is equal to 3 over 1 is just 3. 3 times 15 and 45. And I'm done. 50 is 20% of what? So just to go back to the last one for a second, what number is 30% of 150? I was actually looking for the part there. Now I'm given 50 is 20% of what? So since I'm missing the of, that's considered like the whole of it. So let's break this down. 50, well 50 is 50. Is mathematically means equals 20% as a fraction, 20 over 100. Simplified is 2/10 or 1 over 5. Of what? Of mean multiplying. Multiplying by something I don't know is of or times 1/5. So I'm going to call my of or my what, my unknown x. So I have 50 equals 1/5 times x. That would be the equation part of it. Now I don't want 50 equals 1/5 times x. I just want x. So how do I get rid of this coefficient of 1/5 in front of it? Multiply by the opposite, or there's this word for that one. It starts with an R. Multiply by the reciprocal. And the reciprocal of 1 over 5 is 5 over 1. What I do to one side, I must do to the other side. So multiplying the other side by 5 over 1, or just 5. 5 over 1 times 1 over 5 is just x. 5 times 50, 250. So x is equal to 250. What percent of 20 is 4? What is my unknown? What percent? So this is one you gotta be careful with. Since my unknown is the percent, I could say, I'm gonna use n for whatever reason. So n over 100 of, so times 20 is, and then I got my 4 here. So I want you to write this one a little different. So once I'm here, I have n over 100 times 20 equals 4. If I were to just multiply these across, I get n times 20, which is 20n over 100 equals 4. And then I'm going to take this a step further. 20n over 100 can also be written as 20 over 100. N here in the middle equals 4. So I want you guys to be able to take this and convert it into that. Right, so n times 20 is 20n over 100 times 1, 100. 20n over 100 means same exact thing, so 20n over 100 can be rewritten as 20 over 100n. Same thing. What's not the same as if I wrote 20 over 100 n in my denominator. That would not be the same. Right, but 20n over 100 is the same thing as writing 20 over 100 n in the middle. And then once I'm here, what's 20 over 100 simplified? 1 over 5n equals 4. And I have the fraction there, 1 over 5 again. I don't want 1 over 5n. I just want n. How do I get rid of this? 1/5. This coefficient 1/5. I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal, which is 5. What I do to one side, do to the other side. 1 over 5 times 5. See you later. And I'm just left with 1n, or just n. 4 times 5. 20. And since it says what percent, make sure I put my percent sign there. 20%. So what percent of 20 is 4? 20%. Here's my next piece. Convert the proportion into equation. And what I mean by this is it's an equation solved for is. So I want this to read is equals something. All right, so if I want is equals something, that means I do not want this is divided by of. I don't want that dividing by of there. So we have this phrase is over of equals n over 100. But what if I just want to read is equals? How do I get rid of dividing by of? Yeah, I'm going to do the opposite of dividing by of, which is to be multiplying by of. Well, of in the numerator, of in the denominator simplifies, leaving me with just is. In order to keep my equation balanced, if I multiply the left side by of, then I need to multiply the right side by of. So really, is equals n over 100 times of whatever number. So if I want to throw a few more words in here, what is what some percent of some number? And we get back to that equation or that sentence structure there. And you can use this equation, is equals n over 100 times the of, to help you solve the rest of these problems.